Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with round 5 of our F1 1998 career mode. Yes, we're back this weekend here for the return of the Dutch Grand Prix, of course. If you missed out on the video that went live over the weekend from Shanghai, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. So far, all 4 races we've done have delivered drama in their own way, and Zandvoort today, I think, is going to be another one there. Taking a look at our Drivers' Championship, 8 points cover our top 4 at the moment, but it is Mika Hakkinen who leads the way ahead of his teammate David Coulthard. We are still in P5 by virtue of Malaysia and pretty much nothing else so far this season there, and you can see arrows are still just 1 point behind Tyrrell as we head into this round. Just Ralf Schumacher and Shinji Nakano still yet to score a point in this series. But yeah, Zandvoort though, it's been off the Formula 1 calendar for the last 13 years. We've brought it back though this weekend to hear the V10 sing. How we're going to get on though is anybody's guess. This place I think is going to be really tricky in these incredibly slippery Formula 1 cars. Well, here we are then, qualifying day from the Dutch Grand Prix circuit, and Zandvoort once again has come alive to the sound of V10 music. Didn't time this very well though. I did a 100% race on F1 23 here on stream last night, so safe to say I've kind of got my references quite down to, you know, a modern Formula 1 car, so it's going to be interesting to see how we get on here. I've also completely forgot that I need to take a penalty for the gearbox, because we are definitely not running another weekend with those gearbox problems again, so qualifying here is kind of irrelevant, but hopefully we can try and beat out a couple of people anyway. Already 1.5 seconds behind Hakkinen by the end of Sector 1,
okay,
as that curve is still lethal.
The gearbox is damaged. Gearbox is damaged. You'll likely find gear changes slower.
Yep, that pretty much just put us to the back of the field. Well, once again then, the gap between the McLaren drivers, next to nothing there. 0.03 of a second. Mika Hakkinen will beat David Coulthard there. Giancarlo Fisichella in the Benetton getting all the way up in P4, so clearly showing some promise here, but I genuinely reckon we would have probably been around Jos Verstappen, Ralf Schumacher's time had we not had that gearbox problem. To only be 2 seconds away with a gearbox failure, I'm pretty happy with. So let's go get that changed, and let's get into it then here for the Dutch Grand Prix.
It was 35 years ago that the late great Niki Lauda took his 25th and final Grand Prix win here at Zandvoort. He came from 10th on the grid to beat his McLaren teammate Alain Prost by just 0.2 of a second. Well, Zandvoort is a very different circuit today, of course, but still one with an incredible legacy. And we're going to add to that. Welcome along to the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 metres long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner.
You're going to have to push hard and early to give us any chance of a good result here.
Well, Mark there, yep, well, not even Mark, is it? It's Jeff, isn't it, back on the older F1 games, telling me we need to go for it this afternoon. They're 36 laps ahead of us around the Dutch GP circuit. I am looking forward to this race, but I think, yeah, we're going to have to just try and stay measured in the early stages to try and get the result that we are after here. As 5 lights then on the grid. We've got Rosset and Della Rosa just in front of me. It's going to be a very long hold there, but lights out and away we go. As expected, cannot start as well as the AI on this game, but we'll see if there's any chaos down in towards turn 1 there. Ricardo Rosset making a couple of moves around the outside of my teammate and Marc Genet, and that's going to leave, yeah, both Minardi cars, both Arrows cars even at the back of the field as we got yellows out. Have we seen some issues as we'll try and look around the outside of a couple of people? Oh, almost contact between myself and my teammate. As we'll just hang on to the car there. That was not scary. no matter what my face might have shown. Wowee. That could have been game over on lap 1 here, but we just about hang on to it with a couple of kicks of oversteer there. But hopefully we'll close back in on the AI as they all still concertina up on this opening lap. But yeah, the first few races this season have seen a lot of issues and incidents. Whether Zandvoort will be the same or not is anybody's guess. We just got to do our own race and kind of end up where we end up here. And just hope that if it is cars breaking down or colliding with each other, they're cars up towards the front. Looks like David Coulthard, though, leading the way at the end of lap 1, so he's got the jump on Mika Hakkinen. Still yet to win a race this season, DC. Mika has 2 to his name and hasn't finished the other 2 Grand Prix. Well, Jeff then coming over the radio. Turns out, yeah, Nakano has actually got car problems at the moment. So everyone, I'm sure, is going to be, whoa, trying to find a way around him. We're going to get round the outside, though, of De La Rosa and Marc Genet out of that final corner. A cheeky double overtake. And maybe the AI struggling for grip. Oh, Ricardo Rosset then. Big moment. Rosset really struggling through the stadium section and might now be under some pressure as we make our way out of the final couple of corners. Yeah, the AI really is struggling. Whoa, to put the power down there. As we will get round the outside then of Rosset and up to P17. He's going to fly straight back past me. Look at that straight line speed. That Tyrrell's got back down in towards turn 1 there. Nothing we could do. VSC.
The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive delta.
One of the McLarens has gone. I think that's Mika Hakkinen. What's happened? Well, here we are then. Mika Hakkinen just drops the car, and it's a really lazy spin into the wall there. But championship leader Hakkinen out of the 3rd Grand Prix of the season. This gives David Coulthard a huge opportunity to take the championship lead. ESC then coming to an end, and we're still trying to apply pressure to Ricardo Rosset, but that's how easy it is to loop these cars around and end your race in this 1998 career mode there. Mika Hakkinen, we saw him do it a couple of times in real life. I think it was Imola and Monza in that season. It might have been 1999. To be fair, my memory of Formula 1 before I was born is not perfect. Oh, Rosset again. Wowee! Ricardo Rosset really fighting with that Tyrrell. But we will fight our way past him then and move up into P16. I tell you what there, the AI are really struggling for grip here. We can see there's a battle that extends right the way up into the top 10 then as we're trying to apply pressure to Ruben Barrichello's Tyrrell back down towards turn 1. Oh, what on earth is going on here? Loads of AI are really struggling as, well, points are right there now as Verstappen and Schumacher side by side through the first couple of corners. Ralph will lose the place. Oh, banging wheels with Rubens Barrichello. You can't get away with that too many times. As all, we do get a warning for that one. Rather scary indeed there. But yeah, there's absolutely an opportunity to return to the points today as we'll try and swoop through. Alesi. Whoa, even all under pressure then by Damon Hill there. Barrichello now trying to look for a move on Shinji Nakano back down in towards turn 1. Will the Stewart find anything? No, just sits in line for now. But yeah, I think we've got to try and make moves here. Top 8 have kind of broken free. John Alesi, yeah, is really struggling in that Sauber car. We'll swoop round the outside of Barrichello, try and pull alongside Nakano as well. We'll get the 1 spot. Can we try and get Nakano on the way up the hill? No, too much wheel spin there. But into P15. And great.
No overtaking, reduce your pace.
We get a 5-second penalty for a collision with Barrichello, but I'm not sure there was a lot we could do. I mean, I understand where Barrichello's trying to go, but there's never really a move on there, is there? And a very high-speed crash for Rubens Barrichello in this GP. I mean, do you ever see moves like that around the outside through there? I'm not convinced you do, yeah, Barrichello out yet another Grand Prix. Heartbreak for the Brazilian. So we are going to box then and try and take a set of mediums to the end of the afternoon. Tyre wear, luckily, is very low in this game, so should be possible then. It's whether we're going to see the AI decide to peel into the pit lane as well then. No, we aren't. So into Zandvoort's very narrow pit lane then. This was back on F1 2020. There was a 50 mile an hour speed limit. So that's quite nice, but Yeah, got to wait those 5 extra seconds, but we are going to re-emerge then back down in last place. Marc Genet looks like the only other driver to pit.
Exit now.
So I thought for a second there the team would put me on absolutely wrecked mediums, but they haven't. We've probably got, yeah, 26 laps to go.
Stop left in this strategy.
Let's just see if we can get these mediums to the flag. Well, David Coulthard then is going to be leading the way here as it's about to be green flag racing once more at 1/3 distance. But yeah, we're now down back into last place then of this Grand Prix. But yeah, I reckon Marc Genet and I could be on for a good result here if we can keep it clean and tidy. Making our way out of the final corner. Hopefully, yeah, we can hear all those V10s start to rev again. And let's go racing once more then here from the Dutch Grand Prix. Genet immediately gets a run on De La Rosa. Is he going to have a look to the inside? Yes, he is. They both go down the inside of Ricardo Rosset there at turn 1. And I thought we were going to see another wheel get lost. De La Rosa, though, just blocks me on the exit the corner there as I wanted to try and switch my teammate. But around the outside of 1, 2, and 3 as we try and pull back alongside Marc Genet. I think he's going to be one that we're going to be locked into battle with right towards the end of the afternoon. So we almost get a run back on him up the hill, but straight back up into P16 we go then. So not a bad little restart there as Schumacher stuck behind the homeboy Jos Verstappen, of course. Yeah, like I said, oh, I thought Nakano was gone then. I thought a wheel might have fallen off, but not this time, as Lacey still really struggling. Around the outside of Genet, can we try and find something? Oh, it's so difficult when you get forced out onto those curbs because you just don't know what the back end's going to do. As you can see, Lacey now under pressure. We'll get back down the inside of Genet. Hop over those curbs. A hop, skip, and a jump there. Will we get the power down around the outside, though? Yes, we will. Oh, Nakano as well, struggling through that final corner. A weave between him and Ralf Schumacher there, and you can just see the downforce levels that we've got. And then immediately the lack of straight line speed to, you know, kind of counteract it. Schumacher back to the outside at turn 1, but much fresher tyres. Will mean we get to keep the position this time round as Damon Hill now moving around John Lacey. I think this is just the desperate attempt everyone is trying to make to get around that Sauber. That's all. We tried to switch Verstappen off the corner, but again another wobble. Here we go to the outside of Jos Verstappen through that final corner once again. Oh, here we go. Lacey now finally into the pit lane then, as well as Jacques Villeneuve, Eddie Irvine and Fisichella.
DRS is now online.
Verstappen trying to fight it back though down at turn 1. It is good clean racing. This damage model is so brutal. It really does force it. So we got yellows out. Have we had any instance? No, I think someone just locked up. As will we switch Jos again? No, we won't. Oh, Jos Verstappen there, big slide, and we'll capitalise on that immediately. Try and make sure we're around him before we get back to that start-finish straight. Up into 8th place, then we go. Still got a few more AI to pit, but yeah, we might just emerge at the front of the field once DC and Schumacher have pit. Frentzen into the pit lane then, as well as Michael Schumacher, so the AI are all going to be taking hard tyres to the end of the GP. But I believe, yeah, that might be David Coulthard then re-emerging out onto the circuit just a couple of spots back. So yeah, Damon Hill now to the front of the field. Ooh, Jan Magnussen, a little bit of a wobble in the second Stewart, and the only one, of course, still running in this Grand Prix. I've got no beef with Stewart, neither as a driver or as a team. But yeah, Rubens Barrichello just doesn't seem to end up in many good positions so far in this series. Can we try and find a way around Jan, though? So yeah, wrapped around me are a lot of big names in Formula 1, whether it was them or family relations. 1996 World Champion Damon Hill back to the front of the field. But we need to try and find a way around Magnussen because Coulthard has already closed in on me at a rapid rate of knots. Oh, David Coulthard there absolutely romps past me as we try and make our way up the hill. And that McLaren car, it's got warp drive on this game, I swear. We don't see it very often. And even when we do, it's not for very long there. Coulthard, yeah, is likely, I think, going to win this one. No idea where Michael Schumacher is, who I believe is his biggest rival of the day. But we're losing so much time stuck behind Jan Magnussen at the moment. We need to find a way through. As here we go. David Coulthard's going to show me how it's done. Just have a ridiculous amount of power in a straight line there. As well, I say, that Magnussen don't want to give up on it easy. but will admit defeat. Come on, we got to get a run on Magnussen this time round. To the outside we go, very, very close between us. Yeah, Coulthard now in hot pursuit of Damon Hill at the front. The battle of the great British drivers. Oh, come on, can we get round Magnussen? Yes, we can. So there we go. It is 3 great Brits. No, it's not. I spoke too soon. Come on, Jan. Give it up, man. We're in a completely different battle today. We just cannot find a way around him. It's getting so annoying. Ooh. Round the outside. Okay, I'd never thought I'd make a move there, but round the outside of Jan Magnussen will go. We'll hold firm into the next corner, and now it's 3 great British drivers on the podium. Oh, I can just see Damon Hill up the road trying to put up a defence from Coulthard, but it's all for nothing. Our 1996 world champion, he has led a few laps for Jordan today, but not enough. There we go, Damon Hill finally then into the pit lane. So we are going to re-inherit P2 of this Grand Prix, but you can already see Coulthard 8 seconds up the road. He could easily afford to pit again and still re-emerge at the front of the field here. And, well, yeah, with just under half the Grand Prix to go, we've got Schumacher and Irvine 4 and 5 seconds back respectively. I think basically the rest of this race is just going to be us losing places to AI. I tell you what, yeah, these Ferraris have really romped up to the back of me rather quickly then as we cross 2/3 distance.
Give us the best in lap you can.
Team want us in again, but that is definitely not happening. These medium tyres are not wearing out too badly at all. But yeah, I tell you what, Jacques Villeneuve though in P5 is not taking that much time out of me. Oh, here goes Michael Schumacher down the inside into the stadium. Oh, he wanted to really shove me out there, but he did give me some room right at the end. Well, hang firm for now, but surely, as we try and get a run back down towards turn 1, Michael will try and find a way by. Big chunk of curb there as we try and come out of the final couple of turns. And yeah, you can see that Ferrari's actually lost a lot of time there. We can just carry so much extra speed down this front straight that really, yeah, Ferrari is struggling to find a way around me. Oh, here goes Michael again. Back down the inside, and again, he just can't seem to outbrake me into the corner. Perhaps carrying all that extra speed on the way in is really hampering him, as Eddie Irvine now potentially trying to eye up a move on his teammate. Through the final couple of corners we go. Once again, Schumacher will hold station for now. How much will that Ferrari lose, though? The gap opens up to about 0.7 of a second. And then you can just see immediately starts falling through the floor. But it's still 0.2 by the time we get back into turn 1. Schumacher cannot find a way around me. Oh, big send by Michael Schumacher that time round. He's trying to throw me off my line anywhere he can. And that might open the door for him. As here goes Schumi once again. Irvine as well trying to follow him by. Oh, someone else has gone. There we go then. I believe this is Jean Alesi after a nightmare afternoon. Pulls over to the wayside with an engine failure. And he is our 3rd retirement of the day. Only 3 so far. That's been pretty good. But has then brought out the safety car in this Grand Prix. I don't think it's going to be worth us pitting again though. At this stage of the afternoon, we may as well take the track position. Yeah, this is going to leave us with about a 6-lap sprint to the end. And now all of those faster cars will have bunched up on me. I cannot believe it. Both Saubers have had a mechanical failure within a lap of each other then late on in the day. And that is going to be, yep, Johnny Herbert, I believe, now out of the Grand Prix. Well, I am not believing what I'm seeing at the moment. The Jordan now of Ralf Schumacher even has binned it under the safety car. How on earth has he managed that? You can just see riding on board then with Ralf. He's under no pressure or anything like that and just gets a tiny snap of oversteer and finds the wall through the banking. And Ralf Schumacher on cold tyres is once again going to leave Jordan without a point. Well, clearly there's got to be some kind of quota in this game that we have to have a certain amount of retirements in a GP, because 3 retirements under safety car is absolutely bonkers here. But 5 laps to go then of the Dutch Grand Prix. It is going to be David Coulthard that leads the way once more. Michael Schumacher has been given a lifeline. He just was ahead of me when the safety car came out. But what will happen then off this restart? I'm going to try and time it to the best of my abilities, but we haven't done too well. We're going to be under pressure from Eddie Irvine as we make our way back down into turn 1 there. Schumacher locks up. I get a big kick of oversteer as well. And Irvine will say thank you very much. Straight up into P3 he goes. Jacques Villeneuve wanting to have a look past me as well there. As oh no, we lose a little bit of wing on Eddie Irvine's rear end there. So that's going to make things really difficult towards the end of this afternoon. Villeneuve surely now will be looking for a window to try and find a way through. Oh, that downforce loss is really, really bad, but I think we can manage it to the end of the GP. But surely we just want to try and score a couple of points here. Please say that's still going to be possible as Jacques now down the inside. We've already collided once this season. You can just see we have got nothing through the corners anymore. The one place where we had a big advantage over the AI. Jacques Villeneuve will say goodbye. Here goes Giancarlo Fisichella and Alexander Wirtz. Everyone is just flying past me at the moment, and now we've lost the entire wing. Alexander Wirtz there just broke-checked me on the racing line, and suddenly it has gone from bad to worse here. Can we... I mean, surely we can't try and hang on. We've got a VSC.
Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
We've got a box as Sergio Perez now out of the GP. I don't know who that is, but yeah, as we head down into the pit lane then, we're going to be down to last place in the Grand Prix. A heartbreaking end to this GP. There is Jos Verstappen, who's out of the race as the team put the new wing on, though. We, after looking like points were on all day long, we are going to walk away with absolutely nothing here. Too late to get another safety car. And that is GG. Well, rounding the final corner then to start the last lap of the Dutch Grand Prix. And no matter how good the race has been running up to then, it is going to end up in heartbreak here. P14, the last of the cars still running this afternoon. What a disappointment, man. We've been doing so well. We nailed that strategy early on after the safety car. I'm sure some might have felt, you know, the fact that it was us and Rubens that got involved in that incident and how well we capitalised off it. Maybe not a great look, but, you know, you've got to be there still, and you've got to make the right choices in this series. But I believe it is going to be David Coulthard then that is going to walk away with his first victory of the season. What a result it will be for David Coulthard as he takes the lead of the Drivers' World Championship as well. And I believe Shinji Nakano might be on for his first point of the campaign as well. David Coulthard will win the Dutch Grand Prix then as Formula 1 returns to Europe. I believe it's going to be Schumacher and Irvine in P2 and P3 there. But to be honest, those couple of incidents we were lucky not to lose a wheel. So the fact we've even seen the checkered flag today, I guess you could call us slightly lucky in that regard. No, Nakano! He had a 5-second penalty. Shinji Nakano is not going to take a point here come the checkered flag. And to be honest, neither are we.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Well, there we are then. David Coulthard finally gets his first win of the season there on the board, beating out both those Ferrari cars once more there. Jacques Villeneuve, though, I think, to be honest, is going to be my driver of the day there. Lacked pace in qualifying, but really was able to move through the order very well come race day there. Beating out Fisichella, Wirtz, Heinz-Harald Frentzen, Damon Hill, Magnussen, and yeah, Ricardo Rossi gets another point for Tyrrell on the board, so they continue to extend their lead over ourselves there. It was only the Arrows and the Minardis that didn't score today, with Verstappen, Schumacher, Herbert, and Lacey Barrichello and Mika Hakkinen all failing to see the checkered flag there. But that does mean in the championship, DC there now a 15-point lead at the top over Michael Schumacher. Eddie Irvine just 1 point back behind his Ferrari teammate there ahead of Mika Hakkinen. Jacques will jump us there. We're now just 1 point ahead of Fisichella and a few points ahead of Ricardo Rosset and Alexander Wirtz. And it means constructors-wise as well, Arrows lumped all the way down into P6 there behind Williams and Benetton. Now 2 points back behind Tyrrell as well. But yeah, Jordan now jumped Minardi. So Minardi are now down to the bottom of the roster. And of course, it is still Ralf Schumacher and Shinji Nakano yet to get off the starting blocks as well there. But fingers crossed, I reckon we can still be in that fight for P5 this season. Whether we can beat Stewart and Sauber, though, as well as obviously Jordan, is a very big question there. 6 points between McLaren and Ferrari. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon when the 1998 career mode heads to, I believe, the Spanish Grand Prix. You guys do not want to miss that. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.